Oh, gee, funky boxing. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit the like button, hit the notification bell. This is another episode of Boxing First with G Funky, joined by my co-host and friend this afternoon for more week boxing, Joseph Heron. How you doing, bro?
Hey, I tell you what, it's been better, but I tell you what, it's a lot better than the alternative now, isn't it? Tell you what,
Oh,
just happy
yes.
to be alive, happy to be healthy, and happy to be joining you on your brilliant channel this afternoon.
Yes, man. And boy, a lot has happened in just a few short hours today. But
Mhm.
we're gonna talk about something else first before we get into the big news, which is Ryan Garcia moving on from Devin Haney, says that he wants to go after Rolando Romero, who you've done some work with, right, Joe?
Yes, sir. I did commentary for the big Frank Gore fight in San Antonio, Texas on pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
Both Rolly as well as his trainer, Coach Bullet, were my color commentators for the evening. It's on YouTube if you guys want to go check it out.
Yeah, man. And so that's the big news. But here's something I want to talk about, man. Is Joe, we had a pay-per-view. We had a pay-per-view last couple weeks ago. And yeah, mysteriously, we have not heard any reports of any pay-per-view numbers. And I'm talking about the Day of Reckoning pay-per-view where we had a majority of heavyweights on the bout on the card. And nothing has surfaced, man. Nothing.
Yeah, well,
And
that's
this
that's
is
for a reason. Yeah.
yeah. And here's the thing, man. We've been catching some heat from some channels and from some guys on social media about how we've been saying, "Hey, look, man, the fans are letting the sport down by illegally streaming all these events. They're not supporting boxing, right?" And what's some of the things that we always hear? What are some of the arguments that we always hear? Well, if the shit was cheaper, I'd buy it. Or
Yeah.
if
Check.
they stacked a card, I'll buy it.
Check.
Well, you got both of them here. But did you
Yep.
buy it? Doesn't seem like it. Have you
Well,
heard
definitely
anything,
not on
Joseph?
ESP. Well, definitely not on ESPN because what I was told, my guy who's pretty much accurate, stated that the ESPN numbers were less than 30,000.
Mm, that is terrible.
Now,
That
that's
is
not
terrible.
accounting for the DAZN numbers. I'm assuming that it can't be all that great because we haven't heard a peep, not a press release, not anything
Mm-hmm.
from Frank Warren, nor Top Rank, nor Eddie Hearn, nor any of the brass from DAZN.
Mm-hmm.
Not even Dimitri Salita.
Exactly, man. And this is bad, guys. This
Yeah,
is bad.
look. This was, and I stated, look, if this is why these two pay-per-view events were staged by DAZN in December. Nothing else was going on in boxing. So the great majority of the dates were cleared, okay, for any kind of competition going on the night, with the exception of Devin Haney. They had Robisi Ramirez going on for free on that evening, but those numbers weren't good either. So Devin Haney tanked 50,000, around the low 50,000 is what was reported.
Yep.
And so when you think about it, okay, so in 2 weeks, then here comes Day of Reckoning. Well, maybe you could say if you're one of the brass at DAZN, well, maybe they just didn't like that matchup. They thought it'd be a snoozer. Maybe Devin Haney just doesn't have that much. He's not that big of a mainstream or casual draw. So we'll stack this card, make it cheaper. It'll be available on 2 different platforms. And yes, albeit it's 2 days before Christmas, as well as, well, 7 other bowl games going on that day scattered across ESPN and ABC simultaneously.
Yep.
But yeah, look, if maybe they just didn't like Devin Haney, maybe that just didn't appeal. That fight card didn't appeal to the boxing diehard. So we'll put this one on instead. And I was thinking, well, maybe that's sending a positive message to the network. Hey, you know what? We'll pay for this, but we didn't want to pay for that because it's not worth it. It shouldn't have been on pay-per-view in the first place. Giving fans the benefit of the doubt. But guess what? They still didn't buy it. Proof
Yep.
positive, guys, that streaming, illegal streaming, pirating these events, it's killing boxing within the U.S. market. Once again, guys, we don't have enough numbers to have any kind of dissension within the diehard fan base in America. The numbers don't support it. We all have to support this stuff, or TV dates will consistently disappear, continue to disappear in the market.
That's true, man.
Promoters, fighters, everyone involved have to start understanding and recognizing the investment dollar of the networks. Okay, they're the ones who furnish the TV dates. Without them paying millions of dollars for our boxing entertainment, it doesn't happen, guys. It doesn't happen. 99% of prize fighters today, professionals in the U.S. market, are not ticket sellers. They absolutely need the investment dollar of the networks. Without it, well, get ready for club shows, guys. Get ready to just make money off the live gate.
Yeah. And look, guys, I can tell you firsthand that if a network doesn't like a fight, yeah, they're not going to buy it. I've experienced that personally in my short time in helping broker fights here. You know, and this is a fight that it just doesn't. I mean, I'm again talking about the Devin, Haney, and Ryan Garcia. Yeah, doesn't make a lot of sense when you got a guy who's selling millions and then a guy who can barely crack 50K. And my man Stefan here says, "You're speaking the truth. That's why you're getting heat." Yeah, always, man. People hate the truth. Let's see here. These morons will illegally stream boxing to death and then be the first to cry when there's no more boxing.
Of course.
That's all these guys are good for. That's all they're good for, is crying and complaining about everything, man.
Yeah, and look, like I was telling, no, go ahead. Finish your thought while I pull up this tweet. My goodness.
Yeah. And look, I just want to say this, guys, right? As far as the day of reckoning goes, I put a poll out there. Okay. Let me go and look at it real quick, because I can't remember the numbers off the top of my head. But I asked my community here, I said, hey, guys, over under, what do you think the Day of Reckoning pay-per-view does? Does it go over 100K? Does it go under 100K, right? 63% of people said it would go over. It doesn't seem like it's going to be the case. Because, again, we know damn well when these events do well, yeah, they have no problem putting that number out there. Well, it's been, 2 weeks now, Joe? We've heard nothing.
Yep, you're not going to see it. And look, that might be the most expensive flop in the history of boxing.
Yeah.
This makes Holyfield, Buster Douglas look like a gold mine.
And this just, again, goes to show you how full of shit these boxing fans are, especially these ones here on YouTube, guys. And that's exactly why I've disassociated myself from the YTBC, because I'm just sick and tired of these guys, these fake fucking channels, talk about how much they support, and it's not the hardcores, man. It's the casuals that are not. No, that's bullshit, guys. Okay,
yeah,
that's bullshit.
Yeah,
you guys all said you wanted a cheaper pay-per-view with a stacked undercard. That's the two things that I hear all the time about why you guys decide not to purchase a pay-per-view fight. Well, you got that here. You got all these heavyweights fighting on the same card for a cheaper price, especially if you already had the zone and you didn't buy it. You still didn't buy it. So I don't want to hear no more bullshit, man. Fuck that. Go ahead, Joe.
No, I was going to say, that's great points. Bravo. Very well said.
Thank
now,
you.
Look, man, once again, this is, no one gives a shit about what diehards have to say any longer.
Nope.
Like, think about this. You look in their minds, and if you just listen to those idiots who don't spend any money, you would think that Devin Haney would be the biggest marquee draw in the United States currently.
Yeah, you would. Exactly.
Yeah.
The way these guys
how many
talk.
pay-per-views, right?
Right.
Oh, he's the face of boxing. I'll tell you what, no wonder we suck ass right now in the American market. If he's the face of boxing, yeah, okay. If he's the face of boxing, I'm Thomas Jefferson.
Yeah, guys. Look, and again, we're not celebrating the fact that this fight, the potential of this fight fell apart. We're just telling you the reason why. And the funny thing is, we actually warned you about this.
Yep. We encourage you guys. Hey, do not prove these guys to be soothsayers. They don't give a shit about what you guys think any longer. Okay? They don't. Right? And you guys just made their case for them. Now, once again, this is a tweet by another podcast, right? They're going to remain nameless. He said this, quote, "I've said a million times, boxing needs change from the top all the way down to the fan level. This Ryan Garcia shit is a prime example. This is the type of behavior that fans need to call out and stop supporting. This is obviously a money grab like planted by Floyd, the guy who brags about legal robbery through pay-per-views. This is proof that Ryan cares about his wallet more than his legacy, which is totally cool, but it's up to the fans to stop this kind of behavior. Rolly got lucky against Barroso. We're the real bosses of boxing. Stop eating everything your favorite fighter cooks up. We hold them accountable, and no one wants to see Rolly headline a card again." Now, once again, I'm going to go back to, end quote, I'm going to go back to this type of behavior. This is the type of behavior that fans need to call out and stop supporting. Well, look, if you go back and look at Ryan Garcia versus Tank Davis, which happened April of last year, right? If my memory serves me correctly, that was a matchup that diehards exclusively were stinking about. Because it wasn't a title fight. It was at a bullshit catchweight of 136. And it had a ridiculous, absurd rehydration clause. And so out of principle, oh, well, hey, in 2 weeks, we're going to watch the real fight between Lomachenko and Haney. So I'm going to save my money. I'm purposely boycotting this event. So what happened? What was the result of that pay-per-view event? How did it do?
Yeah. What, around 100K maybe? Something like that?
No. I'm talking about what was the result of the Garcia.
Oh, that one.
Davis.
Yeah, that was a blockbuster.
1.3 million purchases.
The biggest pay-per-view in 5 years. Yeah.
Yep. That's it. That's the one you guys boycotted. So let's turn 2 weeks later to the real fight. The one for all the marbles at 135 pounds. The one of consequence. How'd it do? 120,000?
Yep, something like that.
Yeah. So look, guys, and so once again, what aren't you supporting, or what are you? Look, obviously, diehards aren't supporting shit unless they pay for a ticket and go see it live. They're gonna stream that shit until the wheels come off, or it's not available for them in HD.
Yep.
That's the sad reality. So I don't know what this guy's talking about. Yeah, stop supporting. Well, guess what? It doesn't matter what you guys. You may like it, you may not, but guess what? Unless you start supporting it financially, it doesn't matter what you like.
Yep.
Because what this says, Tank versus Ryan Garcia, we need more fights like this. This was a real moneymaker, a blockbuster for everyone involved. Ryan Garcia pocketing over $30 million for quitting like a fucking dog. Pardon my French. Okay? Hey! And so what is the message this sends out to networks? Devin Haney loses money for two separate platforms. Not one. Two separate platforms. ESPN versus Lomachenko lost money for everyone involved except the fighters and the promoter. Devin Haney versus Regis Prograis lost money for the networks. Everyone involved except for the promoter and the fighters. Guys, this is a terrible trend. And once again, this isn't just piracy. It's coupled with this sense of entitlement and these inflated purses by people who have no concept of what the realistic market value is.
Yeah.
Those two combined are killing our sport within the American market. Guys, we've been telling you this for years. And it's time. Either shit or get off the pot, either fish or cut bait. Now, keep in mind, no one cares about what a shoplifter has to say about customer service.
Mm-hmm.
But they do if you're spending money. If you're
Exactly.
actually a consumer, hey, they want to hear all day long what you think. But if you're shoplifting, hey, they're going to call the cops. Get the fuck out of here. They're not going to want a survey on how your customer experience was this afternoon. They're going to send you directly to jail. Do not pass go.
They got to, man. Look, and again, I have to call out this fucking weak ass community that used to be an actual really good community when I first joined it over 13 years ago, going on 14 now. Look at these guys. Look at these channels, guys. These big channels. I'm going to drop some names because you know what? I don't give a fuck about YouTube. All right. I'm doing my own thing. I'm fucking, helping local fighters.
They've proven to be more of a detriment than they are
Yeah.
positive. They're dude. Look, Emmanuel. If you can't help, Joseph, don't hinder.
Yep.
Yeah, if you can't help, don't hinder. That's exactly what these ass clowns are doing. Yep. They're just self-serving parasites.
That's all they are, guys. And look,
a lot like these fighters nowadays.
And I'm gonna give you an example of it right now. Look at some of the channels on here in the boxing community that are pro Devin Haney and that you see Devin and his father appear on, right? A lot of these channels have 5 to 6 figures in the subscribers, right? We're talking 100,000, 200,000, some of these channels, right? Dante's Boxing Nation, his little minion Aki, right? Blue Blood, right? 78 Sports
Blue
TV,
Bloods,
right? These are big Haney channels, pro Haney channels, right? Well, where the fuck is the support, guys? You're not buying the pay-per-views. Your subscribers aren't buying the pay-per-views.
Look,
why aren't you encouraging them?
They're not even subscribing. They're not even subscribing to Showtime, ESPN Plus, nor DAZN. Guys, if you think that the Showtime numbers for regular subscriber tune-ins were bad, it's even worse on DAZN. They're more expensive. And you didn't get the schedule in 2023 that you did on Showtime. They're abysmal, guys.
Yeah, this is terrible, man. This is terrible. And look, just because we're telling you the truth about all this shit doesn't mean that we like it.
No.
I want all these pay-per-views to be successful.
Yep.
That's why I buy them all. Quite the
contrary. Yep.
Right. That's why I buy them all, guys.
That's right.
It's you guys that don't fucking show up. And you guys are the first ones to bitch and complain when Ryan Garcia says, hey, get those numbers up, son. All right? 50K. Now I told him, go fight Hitchens and make 30 and sell 30K pay-per-view. Maybe I'll catch you at the end of the year. Or we'll fight Sandor Martin, right?
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen, guys.
Yeah, something tells me he's gonna ditch that title before. Well, anyway, that's our next topic.
This was your guys' opportunity to make Devin Haney that big pay-per-view star that he in his mind thinks he is, and that a lot of his hardcore fans thinks that he is, when he's clearly not. Okay, and again, this is not talking about him being a good fighter or a bad fighter. It has nothing to do with that. Okay, we're strictly talking about where is the support from these guys who come on here day and night, love them some Devin Haney. Where the fuck's the support, guys? You guys could have made him a big star, and then Tank would have had no choice but to fight him. Ryan had no choice.
What do you mean? What do you mean? He is the face of boxing. He is a big star. Shit. That's why he dresses like a. That's why he looks like he dresses at TG&Y. Man.
Oh man. Guys, you guys are letting boxing down, all right? And just like you did with the Day of Reckoning pay-per-view, right? Stacked undercard, cheaper price. That's what I need. Take my fucking money, right? You didn't show up. Just like you didn't show up to the dance for Devin Haney when he fought Regis Prograis or Lomachenko. Guys, 100,000 people bought his fight against Lomachenko, and almost 600,000 watched the free prelims on ESPN. Yeah.
Yeah.
But everybody talked about the fight.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, look. Also, these same assholes who are blaming Canelo, right, for ducking David Benavidez. Where were they?
Yeah.
Where were they?
Where the fuck were you guys?
That's
when
it. That's it.
Pay-per-views
Look. Steven's absolutely right. Steven's absolutely right. Legal streamers are doing it because they know there are zero consequences. That has to change. You're absolutely right. That's a problem, though. Once again, why does the husband with the faithful wife at home, or vice versa? Why do they continuously cheat? Because they can. We understand this is a real dilemma. Everyone in the business currently understands the quandary, and it's a big one, and it's easily justified when you consider that boxing fans for decades have been the only major pastime participants, right, that have been expected to foot the bill for every major event. Nothing has been free for decades.
Yeah.
So now they have the opportunity to stream it very easily in HD. You mean to tell me they're not going to take that? But that's not the problem I have with it. The biggest problem I have with it is these assholes will justify spending super chat money for their favorite ignorant lying ass channels. Probably racks up to about $300 a month. And they purposely boycott their favorite pastime. They don't financially support that, but they'll financially support this asshole
because they listen to
these espousing bullshit.
Yeah, because they listen to these morons that want to divide the fan base, and when it's the same damn fan base, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? Shout out to Outlaw in the chat.
Hey, Outlaw, how you doing, brother? And you know what? I warned you guys. Dissension. Okay, that this was not going to bode well for boxing. If Showtime tanked, if Showtime pulled out their investment, if CBS Viacom pulled out their investment from boxing, guess what? Everything is under scrutiny now. You got Disney now slashing Top Rank's budget. DAZN. Tell you what, they're not going to be spending money like they have been the past 3 years.
Yeah, and I'll tell you this right now, Joseph.
Why do you think they're investing in the little men as well as the women? Because it's a big ticket seller? No, it's because it's more cost effective.
Yeah,
that's it.
I'll tell you this right now. This guy who we were having a back and forth with on X, I kindly invited him to call into the show. All right, didn't have to come on camera, none of that. Call the phone number that's scrolling at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
Said, dog, I ain't coming on your show. Yeah, I know, you fucking pussy. All right. And here's a funny thing. And I'm going to talk shit now because you know what, Joe, I'm the type of guy, when I invite people on, whether I agree or disagree with them, and my fans, not my fans, my subscribers can back this up. Yep. I give these guys uninterrupted time to speak. The only way I kick them off is if they get disrespectful. That's it. There's no reason why you shouldn't come on here and defend your stance. Okay. That's what a man does. Stands on his square. Okay. That tells me, yeah, you don't got shit on your side, man. That's why you're not coming on. Fuck these guys, man.
Well, look, and I already know this, and I've tried, right? Rationalizing with the irrational. But look, it's impossible to refute the truth. It's impossible to argue with reality, guys. You can twist perception all you want. But at the end of the day, the truth, reality, won't move. It's there. The truth simply is what it is.
Yeah, and these guys live, I'm telling you, Joe, they're not living on this planet. Some of the things that I've been hearing about Ryan Garcia moving on from Devin Haney.
Oh my God.
I'm sure some of you guys out there know who this is. I say that respectfully. That fucking weirdo. All right.
Chilaquiles. I say that respectfully. I look like I've eaten a ton of them. Yeah.
Shit. Oh man, that guy is one of the worst. No wonder why boxing fans are so ignorant when it comes to how the shit works. Listen to
You know what?
guys like
I
that.
think
Oh my
I
God.
think that guy, whatever the hell his name is, I think his dad was the gopher on Caddyshack.
Oh, that dude had his nerve to come on his social media on X, right? And say,
Mhm.
Dev Dallas, he's got Floyd Mayweather shook. He's got him terrified. Like, what the fuck is this guy talking about?
Yeah,
Seriously.
because Floyd is threatened by Devin Haney. Come on. No one is threatened by Devin Haney. The only people who are threatened right now by Devin Haney are the fucking networks who lose
Networks.
money. That's it. This guy, look. I've stated this. And once again, we told you guys how this negotiation was going to turn out. No? Right?
Yeah, we said it.
Look, we told you guys. Look, I'll be shocked if this fight comes to fruition. Because Devin Haney right now is not living in reality.
Nope.
Because he has been paid an inflated purse well beyond his market value. Right? And we're not talking about, we're talking about fair market value. What he's worth, what he brings to the table, what kind of clientele he brings to his events. Right? Okay,
that's what respectfully.
Say that respectfully. Yeah, look. And so honestly, we told you guys, not only would this negotiation collapse and drive Ryan Garcia running in any other direction but Devin Haney's, but just by looking at his previous purses and how miserable his pay-per-views performed this year, yeah, he's going to be very hard-pressed to, well, compete in a significant and consequential bout for the remainder of the year, unless he actually humbles himself and actually understands reality. Because I will say that, and I think specifically I stated on your show that he would be 2024's Dimitri Bivol. Oh,
Right.
it's not a serious offer. That wasn't a serious. Okay, well, not serious in your mind? Yeah. Well, have fun with that, Junior. Don't spend it all in one place.
Yeah,
Hope you put that money away.
Outlaw's got a great point here. Just because Fast Eddie overpaid him doesn't mean the next promoter will do the same.
Well, hold on. Let's make this crystal clear, guys. G, how much of Eddie Hearn and Matchroom Sports money did he have to spend on Devin Haney's purse?
Yeah, he didn't spend none of it. It was DAZN's money.
Yeah, DAZN's money, guys. And once again, they're not just disinterested bystanders, just willing to write a check these days.
Yep. And make no mistake, guys, that fight between Regis Prograis and Devin Haney was on pay-per-view because they had no choice.
Out of necessity.
You had to put it on pay-per-view because these guys were demanding too much money or the fight doesn't happen. And then we get this, Regis Prograis has ducked Devin Haney, and I say that respectfully. We have to hear that more of that shit. It never ends. It never ends with these guys.
G, I love you, brother. I love you, man. Please don't do that again for the remainder of the show. Please.
I'm having some fun with these guys, man, because you know what? It's too easy.
Can you pull up Steven's last comment, please? And he's always very insightful. We love you on this program, Steven.
Yes.
He goes, I've said this before. These so-called fight fans want millions of dollars spent out to put on the best fights so they can watch them for free. Now, you know what? If there were enough boxing diehards, right, then yes, it would happen. You didn't see Game of Thrones on HBO being offered behind a pay-per-view paywall, did you?
Nope.
Besides the obvious HBO subscription price. It wasn't on pay-per-view, and you know why? Because tens of millions of people were tuning in. If we had tens of millions, just like the NFL, I guarantee you it'd be on regular subscriber Showtime. They wouldn't have pulled out their investment. Guys, we don't have enough numbers. So this is why I'm saying it's not just piracy. It's inflated purses. Guys who don't understand the realistic market value, or Guys who don't want to take any real challenges or risks unless the network is willing to break the bank. Now, whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? Why do these guys want a small fortune just to accept a real challenge in the ring? Whose fault is that? Are they afraid? Are they not real fighters? Or is it because fans who don't spend any money will shit on every fighter after a single loss?
Yep.
You think that's a contributing factor? I'm a firm believer. I am a believer now. I've drank the Kool-Aid that diehard fans within the U.S. market are absolute horse shit. They are as worthless as tits on a boar. And I'm being nice.
Yeah, and that's the truth, Ruth. Yeah, guys, this is the funniest shit, man. Today, after Ryan Garcia said he's going after, he tends to go after Raleigh Romero instead of Devin Haney. I mean, the tweets, everything have been just complete comedy today, guys. Right now, here's another one, Joe. What was this? Ryan Garcia would be the B side to Devin Haney? Is that what we were hearing today? Right?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah. On what planet? Look. Unless this fight is being staged in Fantasyland and the main event in Rumpelstiltskin Stadium, there is no place on God's green earth that Devin Haney would be considered the A side in any negotiation with any mainstream attraction. You know, you can criticize him for his weak-ass mentality, quitting like a dog, but he's got the numbers to support it, right? Yep. He's got Ryan Garcia, Canelo Alvarez, Tank Davis, or whatever the hell you want to call him now. What does he call himself anyway now?
I don't know.
Yusu Endure? What does he call himself?
He converted to Islam, so
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
I'm not quite sure what his name is now, but I'll just call him Tank until I can get the name down.
That's it. I'm just calling him Tank from this point forward. Yeah, you take any one of those guys. Anthony Joshua, right? Tyson Fury. Any one of these big earners, these big ticket sellers, these mainstream attractions, these guys who are reported. Terrence Crawford, now you could put him in that category. Guys who are on mainstream press outlets, right? Mainstream media outlets. If he's on that, if they're on that, they will certainly be considered the A side against someone, well, let's just face it, who doesn't have a huge fan base outside of the delusional boxing diehards on Twitter or any social media outlet. Right? And once again, proving the point that diehard fans have become completely delusional within the U.S. market, that no one considers what the hell they want or what they think any further. Why would they? Yeah. Like, you've got a guy who's, once again, very talented, very athletic, but is a stinker in the ring.
Yeah.
Right? And they think he's the face of boxing. That's what they want. Holy shit. You know what? I'm sorry, unless you're already a mainstream attraction, Devin, wearing the black hat and stinking out the joint in the ring, well, that doesn't do anything to sell events. Nothing. Does nothing. It drives fans away from the sport.
Yep. Oh, man. So, yeah.
Sid has the beat. It's Meta World Peace. No, I'm kidding. That's like
Meta World Peace.
No, it's Abdul Wahid.
Is that it?
Wahid. Yep.
Abdul Wahid. Okay.
Abdul Wahid. Yes. That's it.
And so here's the thing, guys. Right? We were told on Twitter or X, Boxing X today, that because Devin Haney has the WBC belt, that he's the A side, and he's going to get 70% of the cut against Ryan. And what else was it, Joe? It's gonna go to purse bid or some shit like that.
Oh, if it goes to purse bid, man, that's why Ryan backed out, because if it went to well, first of all, Junior, a non-mandated title fight does not go to purse bid. And I said, well, give me one example in which a non-mandated title fight went to purse bid successfully and came to fruition. Yep. Crickets. And what did he come back with, this idiot, this ass clown? Crawford versus Khan. No, you idiot. No, like even Crawford versus Porter, which was mandated, was resolved before it went to purse bid at the 11th hour by Top Rank, paying Sean Porter an absurd $4 million. Another non-ticket selling, inflated purse. And once again, he was smart enough to see that the gravy train was coming to a screeching halt. And that's why he retired. This is what happens when you pay guys inflated purses, in my opinion. We hear a lot about the Great Reset, the paradigm shift, right?
Yeah.
Guys, this has to happen. Honestly, do away with all these entitled bitches. I don't care how talented they think they are. I don't care how popular they think they are. Do away with all of them. Let's just start all over and pay for the fighters who are willing to walk through fire for fair market value. These assholes like Jermell Charlo, wife beater of the year, right? These assholes like Jermell Charlo want to get paid $10 million. Man, I want that bag. I want that bag, sucker. Really? So what are you willing to do for that fucking $10 million bag, Jermell? Hey, at least I didn't get knocked out. Kiss my ass.
Let me ask you something, Joe. Somebody brought up this question on X that I'm reading. I want to ask you guys in the chat as well. Leave your comments after this question. So, Devin Haney could very well possibly fight his mandatory in the WBC, which is Sandor Martin.
Martin from Spain.
And we know Haney's going to demand at least $4 to $5 million for that fight.
Not worth that much.
Not even close to it. And it's going to be a fucking horrible fight, guys. But somebody asked a question. Would it sell more than 2,000 pay-per-views? It might not sell that much.
Honestly, it would rival Clarissa Shields' independent pay-per-view under Dimitri Salita Promotions, which I think maybe because we're all misogynists in this business, you know that. I think it sold around 5,000, maybe.
Ooh,
yeah,
yeah, that fight stinks.
And I think 5,000 was within the Michigan state lines.
2 counter punchers. It'd be an open stance fight. Woo, yeah.
Hey guys, once again, we warned you. Hey, support this pay-per-view if you love boxing, but this isn't going to be the most aesthetically pleasing affair. We warned you guys, Haney versus Prograis would be that. Yeah. There it is.
Guys. I mean, you guys that are listening, you guys are great. I'm talking about these dudes over here who just refuse to buy anything, complain about everything. They'll draw lines. I'm on this. I'm a DAZN guy here. I'm gonna boycott everything to PBC. And
look. If we had enough fans, right, where it was healthy, you could put up healthy numbers. Then boycotting, fine. But guys, we don't have enough fans to have any kind of dissension. You're either all in or you're not.
Yep.
That's the reality. I remember Dickhead Montero, man, was actually trying to combat me on this truth of our beloved boxing business. And where's he at now? Where's he at? Oh. What is he actually posting now? Yeah. Was he actually celebrating the fact that AJ is more than likely going to step in the ring with Francis Ngannou?
Yep. And hey, look, guys, we warned you about that too. Don't forget.
Yep.
When we did a show before Fury versus Ngannou, we told you, guys,
more of the same.
Buckle up. We're going to see more of this. And look, it's there. And look,
He's
I ain't
not
got a
fighting
problem.
Ergovich. He's
Yeah,
not fighting Phillip.
No, I ain't got a problem with it because again, we understand that they're trying to find new ways to attract new fans that are actually willing to pay for some shit, guys. All right, that's what they're doing.
That's it,
And
guys.
crossover fights like this, they think might have some success. Now, I don't know what the numbers were in the UK for Fury and Ngannou, but it didn't do well here in the States.
Nope, but it did better than Haney and
Yeah.
Benavidez.
Yeah.
And that was during the day.
On a Saturday afternoon.
Also did better than that stack card of Day of Reckoning.
Yep.
The most expensive teaser trailer of any heavyweight matchup. I mean, look, guys, honestly, it kind of gave me flashbacks of seeing Back to the Future Part 2 in the theater. Man, I tell you what, I love that first movie so much. I couldn't wait to see the sequel. And it was nothing but a big teaser for the third one. That's what we got.
Yeah.
That's what we got. It was nothing. It proved nothing. The only thing it proved is that Deontay Wilder, well, it looks like he is a shell of his former self. This isn't the guy who went life or death with Luis Ortiz in that first fight.
Nope.
Dude, that first fight was awesome. This isn't the guy that went life or death with Tyson Fury in their third meeting.
Nope.
Shit. This is a guy who was happy with a payday. And that's what we're seeing now, guys. That's what I'm saying. Both of these things have to go. You cannot just blame the fans if you're not willing to hold these fighters, these entitled bitches, their feet to the fire as well.
Yeah. Yep.
They're both a cancer to our beloved boxing. Look at the product, guys. Look at the product.
When they go out there and perform like that, yeah, guys.
How many punches did Deontay Wilder land?
I don't know.
18?
I mean, Shakur Stevenson as well, and his piss poor effort in his last fight. Oh my God.
Oh my, that was abysmal. And now he's clamoring for a fight against Navarrete? Shit.
Why, so we could run another track meet against Navarrete? No, thank you.
Oh my
no,
God.
thank you. I'm sorry, man, but yeah, that was horrible, man. And look, I understand you're in there with a guy with good reflexes, a counterpuncher, good power, but my God, man.
Okay, I'm gonna have to bust out my Floyd Sr. impression for this one, right? If Floyd Sr. were in his corner, he would have said this. Man, you could have had this boy out of here by now, man. Use the fucking jab, man. Use the fucking jab.
Yep.
Yeah, that's Floyd Sr.'s advice, and that's exactly what he doesn't do any longer. In fact, was waiting the entire fight for him to come in. He never did it, and when he did, he was too quick for Wilder and nailed him in the head.
Yep.
Look, Deontay Wilder was at his best, at his most effective, I should say, when he actually was assertive and got off first. Took the lead, worked behind the jab, wanted to club you with that ham hock of a right hand. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking of Gorilla Monsoon when I said that, didn't you?
I love Gorilla.
But no, that's when he was at his most effective. Somehow, some way, he thinks he's a counterpuncher now.
Yeah, I didn't.
Why? Because he knocked out Helenius?
Yeah, you know what? That's something that I want to save because I'm going to reach out to Malik. I got his number. I met him down.
A great guy.
Yeah, I met him when I was down in LA for Joe Sean James versus David Stevens. So I'm going to reach out, man. I'm giving him some time to settle back in here. Probably reach out to him first thing Monday. See if I can get him on. And we'll talk to him about all this stuff.
Look, even he would tell you, right? Even he would tell you that a fighter is only as strong as the horses that they jockey.
Yeah.
They can't fight for them. And you know what's hilarious though? This is why I can't stand these absurd judgments made by guys who aren't qualified, like writers, fans, in awarding what is it called? The Trainer of the Year award.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord, man, good Lord. You mean you're going to give that recognition to the guy who has the most wins in a year, understanding that it's contingent upon their opposition, right?
Mm-hmm.
Get the fuck out of here, man. Like, honestly, I can't stand this shit because there are so many great trainers in this business who don't
Yeah.
get any shine. And why? Because they don't have the flavor of the month fighting for them.
Exactly, man. It's funny. Yeah, they are talking about Wilder possibly fighting Zhang, and I can confirm that. I spoke with Terry Lane, but he's said it himself too. So yeah, they're interested in that fight. If it happens, they'll take it. That's
Well,
what he
of
told me.
course they're interested in that fight.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
And it's going to be on a big card again over in Saudi Arabia.
Fuck yeah. I'll
Yeah.
tell you what, though, right now, who's actually knocking down the door of Philip Ergovich and Zhilei Zhang right now?
Nobody.
No one. And why? Why?
Yeah, we know
Because
why.
this is the heavyweight division. And let's point to that. Let's talk about AJ. Probably fighting Francis Ngannou. Once again, you said it earlier. You said it earlier that, look, guys, this is happening because Ngannou brings a much bigger fan base and a much wider demographic to the game.
Yep.
Right? That's why he's not fighting Philip. That's why he's not fighting Ergovich. Or Zhang. Right? The Big Bang. Even though I can't understand that one because Zhilei Zhang, holy shit, quite silently, he is the biggest pay-per-view star in boxing at this time.
Yeah, his pay-per-view over in China, did
Dude,
massive.
Over 100 million purchases. Now, mind you, and this is a topic for another show, but mind you, this may be the future of boxing even in the American market. Easily accessible. Everyone's phone has TikTok now, right?
Yeah. Yep.
TikTok pay-per-view, $22.99 in China. Over 100 million purchases. You do the math, guys. That puts everyone else to shame.
Yeah. Yep. And Zhang is a southpaw, can box. We've seen he's got power. Look at what he did with Joe Joyce in their 2 fights that they had.
So now he's choosing Ngannou, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll say this, and once again, the guys who were poo-pooing all over Tyson Fury's fight with Ngannou and ridiculing him post-fight, right? They're now celebrating and laughing their ass off because, once again, thinking that this is a foregone conclusion. Guys, Dewey Cooper's a friend of mine. And I had no idea that he was training Francis Ngannou for 3.5 years before he fought Fury. If I had known that, I wouldn't have been so, I wouldn't have been so quick to write him off. Because understand Dewey Cooper is a boxing guy. He's also an MMA guy. He can teach both. He was Jesse Vargas' trainer, along with a lot of other fighters in the Vegas area. He's a respected guy, and he's an excellent teacher of the fundamentals. So if he's been in camp with Francis Ngannou for 3 years, that explains an awful lot about why he was knocking the fuck out of everyone in the UFC and having so much success in that division. And that's why he wanted more. And that's why he was so quick to want to go to boxing. I can say this, AJ had better take this assignment seriously. Because there are only 3, once again, heavyweight division, there's heavyweight boxing, there's boxing, and then there's heavyweight boxing.
Right.
All you need to go far in the heavyweight division, and Deontay Wilder and George Foreman, they're proof positive of this. All you need is heavy hands, a good chin, and a decent jab. And you can go far in the heavyweight division in any era.
Yeah, and
so I'll say this, Anthony Joshua, you better take this guy seriously. With his chin, with his tentative, his Ryan Garcia mental issues. Holy shit, brother, you better take this one seriously. Because you know what? Don't be sleeping on Francis Ngannou, because if you do, you might be the one sleeping in the ring that night.
And we saw in Ngannou's fight against Tyson Fury that the physical strength of Ngannou is something to be
And he's got no neck.
respected.
You
Yeah,
can't hurt him. He looks
because
like Sam Peter.
Fury couldn't use his weight, use his size to try to wear him down like he does other heavyweights.
He couldn't tie him up, could he?
No, couldn't do all
Did
that
that
stuff
look
that
like
he
a
normally
fucking
does.
novice? Did that look like a fucking novice who doesn't know how to handle himself in the ring?
No, nope. So he's going to be a problem for AJ too, I think, man. Although
Once
I still
again,
think
guys,
AJ
once
wins,
again,
but
of course, this is a horrid style matchup for Ngannou. Because make no mistake, Anthony Joshua is a brilliant puncher, explosive power, and a great counter puncher. And every time Francis Ngannou wants to close the distance, he's going to step back and fire that two-piece down the middle. But what's going to happen if Francis Ngannou keeps coming after 5-6 rounds?
yeah. Well, we'll find out. We will find out that night, man. But
all I can say is, and this is my point to all this. This is a serious event. And if it brings more eyes to the boxing ring, hey, win-win. Win-win for everybody.
Yep. And this is why I'm not bitching and moaning about it. I see a lot of people, oh God, can we just stop this already? Well,
you know what though? I need to get Dewey on the show though, so all your listeners can understand that this is a real boxing guy through and through. Yes, he also teaches MMA because he can, and he makes a lot of money doing it as well. But this is a boxing instructor. Yeah. Dewey Cooper is a great guy and a first-class, world-class boxing trainer. I need to bring him on your show, man, my brother. So you can have, once again, fire away all of your questions, and you'll understand by the end of that interview that he's a boxing guy, and that we all should have known this. Yeah,
indeed, man. And I look forward to talking with him. And City UKs are saying that Joshua will use the rematch with Andy Ruiz method against Francis Ngannou. Yeah.
Well, I will say this. I will say this. If he does, yeah, it's not going to be a good look.
Yeah,
for fans in the UK or in the US market. Yeah, it's not going to be a good look for him. Well, why is he running away from an MMA guy? Why is he looking like Vladimir Klitschko in this fight? Why, guys? If this isn't a serious fight. Look, I will say this. But if he sits in the pocket and exchanges, with AJ's chin, holy shit. Yeah,
right.
I think this fight is intriguing. I have no problem with this at all. None whatsoever.
Nope. None, man. I'm all for it. And again, if it could bring new eyes, new fans to the sport, because God knows we need some new fans. This current group of fans are fucking horrible. Man.
Chilaquiles. Dude, why does this idiot keep saying chilaquiles?
Oh, dude, that guy?
Yeah, that used to be my favorite breakfast dish before I heard it come out of his fat face.
Chilaquiles. Yeah, that guy's weird, man.
Dude, chilaquiles are fucking delicious. No, Chingao, you did it again, didn't you?
Yeah, these guys are just out there. And he goes on to say in the same video, guys, that Devin Haney is becoming the boogeyman. Shakur Stevenson turns down 25%. That makes him a ducker. Oh my God, we're still on this. We're still on this 25%. Unbelievable, man.
Well, that's how delusional fans are these days. Once again, they don't subscribe to reality. They don't endorse reality. And it's
why don't the Haneys just go back to the Saudi prince that supposedly had $10 million, or was it 20, for Tank Davis, right?
I'm sorry, is Devin Haney and Bill Haney, do they have a relationship with MTK Global and Daniel Kinahan? Do they? No.
Oh, God.
That's why he hasn't, his phone, he's still waiting for the Saudis to call him. But guys, who's brokering that deal is a guy with the initials of DK. It's not Don King.
And go get that money, guys. Go get that money. You say it was
Well,
there.
these are the assholes. These are the assholes who were offering Tank, whatever whatchamacallit, Tank, $20 million
Yeah.
of whose
That-
money?
Yeah, that was the claim. And I was like, okay. And again, these same guys who are bitching and complaining about Ryan Garcia's move today, they were the same ones that were co-signing this $20 million that came from out of nowhere, right? And again, I had to ask a question. Where is the money coming from, guys? Where? Who's paying that kind of money for this fight? Who?
No fighter, no manager, no promoter, unless it's a club show, will pay a fighter's purse. They don't use their own money to pay for anyone's purse.
Yep. What's going on, Bruce Gass? Thanks for joining us. And we're getting ready to wrap up here in a few minutes, though. But
hey, brother Bruce,
us.
hey, happy belated birthday, my friend. I've been off the air and I haven't been able to wish you a happy birthday, man. Many more healthy and lucrative and positive years for you to come, my friend.
Yes, sir, man. And subscribe to Bruce Gass, Boxing Jazz, and more. Great channel, guys. All right. Great channel over there. He's a jazz lover, just like Joseph and I are.
Yes.
And,
hell yes.
Yeah, we love jazz over here, guys. So subscribe to the channel. But look, guys, make no mistake about this, okay? We told you guys, don't be surprised if this fight between Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney never happens. And hey, look what happened. We told you guys, okay? This guy thinks he's the A side. Fans actually believe that shit too. Try to argue with us about it. Yeah, Ryan Garcia said you could take that fucking belt, turn that sumbitch sideways, and stick it straight up your candy ass. All right?
Do you smile with the rock is cooking?
Oh,
I tell you what, honestly, doesn't he sound like a steroided version of Barack Obama? Where's your FEMA money? Yes, we can.
There's the chilaquiles right there for you.
You know what? I love chilaquiles. They're flipping delicious. But I get to say that because I'm Hispanic and I eat that shit actually on the daily. Well, not on the daily, every week, just about. Dude, let me tell you, if you've never tried these chiles with corn tortillas with eggs, tomatoes, and cheese. Delicious. Guys, cook it yourself. It's flipping delicious.
Yep. Delicious, guys. And
that's what chilaquiles are.
We're going to wrap this one up.
Son of a gun knows. Jeez.
And I say that respectfully.
Oh, shit. I'm all right. Don't nobody worry about me. Aging myself, man. Guys. I'm aging myself. But yeah, it's funny. Guys, I have to be. Is it all right if I'm candid and honest on this show concerning my personal life?
That's up to you, Joe. That's up to you.
I'll tell you what. If you don't
save
mind,
it for your show, maybe. What do you think?
No. I will do it on my show, but I just want to tell everybody. I've been absent for a couple weeks because I had to undergo surgery, 2 of them, right? And guys, I tell you what, despite what I have to say about most boxing diehard fans, and one thing I didn't miss about boxing was the social media interaction. And I can definitely do without that. But you guys are a sight for sore eyes. And please pray and keep me in positive thought because I sure do need it. And it's just happy to be back on the air. Thank you.
There it is, guys. Let's give Joe a hand, all right? He had to deal with some tough medical stuff in the past couple weeks, and he pulled through like a champ, man. And he's here, guys. And he's going to be making his relaunch on his channel on the 21st, right?
Oh, absolutely. The 21st, guys. January 21st. The new and improved War Week Boxing. It's going to be with guys. James Gogi, and we have some surprises in store for everybody. But I will say this, G, thank you. I want to say this publicly. Thank you for being my brother and for keeping me somewhat sane while I was, sweating bullets in that gurney in the hospital. driving everyone nuts, playing my guitar, and singing as loudly as I possibly could.
Oh,
So
guys, yeah.
thank you for that. Oh, now Bruce will appreciate this. I was actually playing some Emerson, Lake and Palmer and
Yes,
Neil
he
Young
was. Oh,
and Pink Floyd. And
guys,
they were getting ready to call the cops on me.
guys, Joseph is in the hospital. The nurses are busted in the room every couple minutes because he's in there playing his guitar, singing, "Old man, look at my life. I'm a lot like you were."
Yep, that's it. That's it, man. Oh, we've got a caller.
No, that's actually a call that I need to take about something personal.
Damn, I thought it
But
was that ass clown on Twitter.
oh no, he's not going to show up. He's not going to
No,
call.
no.
But look, guys,
Hey, Denise, how are you, sister? And
yes,
thank
thanks for
you,
showing
Outlaw,
up.
for the kind thoughts. And please keep me in your prayers because I'm not out of the woods just yet.
Yes, sir. And real quickly, guys, before I wrap it up, here's a flyer. If you are watching this and you are in the Northern California region, Sacramento, January 20th at the Doubletree Hotel, Saturday night super fights. All right, featuring my guy Kevin Nomas Montano. You guys seen I just did a video with him. It's one under my short video, so go check that out. Tickets are now available. Get them. Reach out to me if you need them. And also my main man here, Victor Guerrero, will be on the card as well, guys. So come on out to the show. Come watch these guys. You'll be close to the action. It's guaranteed fun, man. And I got some business I got to take care of with that event right now. And that's what I was going to
Right on, brother. That's what I want to hear.
So Joseph, give some last words here to the audience, and then we'll wrap it up, man.
Okay, I sure will. This is from the heart, guys. Old man, look at my life. I'm a lot like you were. Woo! Tell you what, never stop singing. Never stop living life, guys. Always fight, fight, fight. Guys, let me tell you, life is beautiful. God is great.
Indeed.
All hail to the all praise and glory to the highest.
That's right.
God bless all of you guys. And let me tell you, don't take any second for granted. Don't take any second for granted. And if you can all help it, please don't waste your valuable minutes on social media arguing with a bunch of knuckleheads.
Right. You got
God bless all of you guys. And I'll tell you what, G, thank you for being my brother, man. Thank you from the heart.
Appreciate it, man.
You are a good guy and an even better friend. Thank you for being in my corner, my friend.
Nah, it goes both ways too, man. You've been good with me. You've been helping me with a lot of stuff behind the scenes, and I appreciate that, Joe. So, hey, man, always a pleasure talking with you and everyone here watching live. Appreciate you guys for joining us on this one. Don't forget, hit the like button, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe to War Week Boxing here on YouTube. All right, guys. And yeah. Devin Haney, yeah, you go sit down somewhere. Go fight Sandor Martin, all right?
It's not a serious offer.
We'll catch you guys on the next one. We're out of here.